Welcome to Glow Up and Grow Up, the podcast for women who are evolving out loud.
I'm Kaitlyn.
And I'm Stacey.
We've reinvented ourselves more than once, and we're here to talk about the messy, funny, unfiltered journey of becoming her.
From body changes to money moves, relationship shifts to real identity work, we're getting into all of it.
So if you're glowing, growing, or barely hanging on,
you're in the right place.
All right, you guys, if you are here watching this now, you are the OGs. This is our first podcast. We are so excited. This has kind of been on our hearts for a long time.
Yes, it has.
And we kept asking ourselves, like, how do we start working together again? How do we, if you've followed us through our LuLaRoe days, like we used to have a lot of fun.
Yep.
And we wanted to give women a space kind of that they could talk through things and we could just be honest and vulnerable. We've both been through a lot. So we're excited to have you here and we're excited to start this journey.
Yeah. Becoming who we become is not a one. It is an up and down.
Every day.
If I think about all our conversations, I used to think you were crazy because you would pray for what you have right now. I'm like, Kaitlyn's praying again. She has her prayer list that she's writing down. I mean, you're watching your journey, like, has been inspiring.
Yeah.
Oh, here I go.
You're gonna make me cry now.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, and just I think that we've become who we've become because of each other too. Like we have been support systems for each other. And I think it's really cool if we can reach out and kind of be that for other people.
Yeah. We got to get it together here. I guess this is real, huh? But yeah, I mean, everybody is battling things.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find a safe space to do that. You're my safe space. And so it's fun to do this journey together. And we hope to connect with all of you guys that connect with us.
Yeah.
To share a safe space and to share your stories, to share our stories. And we have a lot of stories and a lot of strength from each other, from inside, that I think will help people. And I think that's what's driving this podcast.
Yeah.
It's just we have a lot to say. I'm in a different phase of life than you're in a different phase of life.
And we're constantly going into new phases of our own life.
And it's like challenges every day. Life is hard. Life is hard.
Yeah. And we just want a space that's real. Like we're going to be real. We're going to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
We're going to say things that maybe make people annoyed or mad, but we're coming from a place of love that we just want to be open and give people a space to talk about things that we talk about, but we don't talk about openly.
And then I guess why now? Why are we doing this now?
I feel like it's the time.
Yeah.
Like we are ready. I think that we have both been through a lot and we are on the other side of a lot.
So you're going to be 40 this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 50 this year.
You're going to be 50 this year.
So
we're on a brink of a new decade each.
It's time. My 40s weren't my favorite, and we'll talk more about that in episodes to come. They were not my favorite, but I look back to where I was when I was turning 40, when you're turning 40. I'm a completely different person and mindset than I was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's part of the growing up. We're always growing up. And it's just, you think, when you're an adult, you got it all figured out. No,
absolutely not. Just when you think you have it figured out, it all changes again.
And then you get whirlwind somewhere else. And so, going into my 50 this year, I'm going to create 50 things that I've never done that I'm going to do. And it's not even like big things, like it could be little things. And so I'm
create a podcast.
Yeah, create a podcast. That is actually one of the things that was going to be on my list. And here we are doing it. So yeah, that's it. So
I love that. And I think that this is such a great place to start for women who are just like us, who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, starting new decades, wanting to do things, wanting to be better, but feeling like they're not enough, or feeling like they could have done better, or something that we have both been through, like women that have made money, have spent a lot of money, don't have a ton to show for it, wish they did better. Like whatever that is, wherever you're at, we hope that you find something in this. Like, we want this to be just real and raw and for everyone.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about finance. We both just got licensed in life insurance. And
and we'll talk about why, because we've made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. And so we want to share maybe mistakes we made with money. We've made a lot of money. We could have done better. And we want to train people that they can do better too. It's never too late to start, to save money, to invest money. It's scary. we don't get educated in life through finance education, and so we now have the education, and we want to talk about compounding interest, life insurance policies, how that can help you in life, not when you're dead, but actually when you're living. And so I think it's great. We can both come from a place of finance too,
Mhm.
talking to women about finance and not some scary person that doesn't
Right.
can't
We
relate.
like finance, but we like to put a little glitter on it.
Yes, sparkle with a little finance.
And we'll also talk about things like fashion, womanhood, what it means to be a softer woman. We both went through a boss babe phase,
Yep.
and we're kind of both on the other side of that of like, I want to make money. I want to provide for my family. I want to be something, but I also want to be soft and a
Yep.
woman and enjoy my partner and be happy
Yeah.
and home and have a clean house and all of that. So, we're going to talk a lot about what balancing all of that looks like, friendship, building a legacy, like being a mom. I just became a stepmom and my life is so different now
Yep.
because there's kids and a husband involved than it was 5 years ago when I was just single and made all my decisions by myself.
So let's get into maybe a little bit of your story, your
Okay.
background, and for people that don't know you,
Yeah.
and who are you, Caitlin?
Well, I'm Kaitlyn. I currently live outside of Nashville, Tennessee. And I, like Stacey said, I'm going to be 40 this year. Um, and I run a brand called Styled and Secure. So I do that life insurance, like Stacey said, but I also sell clothes online. And a lot of my brand has come from where I have felt the least secure. I grew up a bigger girl. I wasn't confident. I never believed in myself really. And in my 20s, I found the company LuLaRoe and I just grew with that. And I learned confidence and how to believe in myself and how to run a business. I left a full time job to do it on my own. And that's been something that Stacey, you have helped me so much with because there had been times where I was like, I can't do this. And you're like, yes, you can. Just do it. Um, and so I am coming from a place where I just want women to be confident. I want them to be confident from the inside out. I love making women feel beautiful, and I can't wait to help them protect their futures and be secure in that. And also, like I said, learning to be a stepmom and a wife and what that has looked like going from working 24/7 to work is not my priority anymore.
Yeah,
My family is.
that's good.
Um, so just that journey of being a single girl till I was 38, uh, and what that looked like, because that's the story many people don't have. And then paying my own bills, all of that. And then all of a sudden having to share a bank account with somebody and do all of that with someone. So it's been quite a journey. And I'm thankful that you have been there to help me and through all of that with me. Um, but yeah, it's been wild and I can't wait to talk about all the things that have gone on. But that's a little bit about me. Why don't we talk about Stacy?
Me. So I would say I've been a boss babe, like identified like that my entire career. And the past year, I've said, I'm going to step back from that. And I want to just be Stacy, I guess would be a
Mhm.
good thing. Um, I just don't want the stress of the boss babe anymore.
Yeah.
And we'll talk more about that in many episodes. But if people are in their boss babe era, good, great,
Go
like
for it,
do
girl.
it.
You do it as long as
Yeah,
that's in your heart, go
yeah.
for it.
No disrespect to boss babes out there, but you get to a point where you don't want to do that anymore.
And that's okay.
Yeah, and so yeah, I'm a mom of a 22-year-old son and love him, and my mom lives with me, and that's a fun thing. We're very close, and I have a brother and a sister, and above all, like I love my friends or my family. I consider them my family. I am the number one sales rep for the builder I work for in Las Vegas, and
So the boss babe still sneaks out
yeah,
a
yeah,
little.
but I'm not in charge of anybody but myself. So, but I am competitive with myself
Mhm.
and no one else. But I am, I am competitive, and I do have high goals, and I'm always thinking of how to be a better person and what are my goals. I'm big into vision boards. So on the podcast, when we're in my office, my vision board will probably be displayed. I'm big into that. I'm big into winning. And I'm just trying to be a good person, a better person. Um, and I just want to enjoy life because it's so fragile.
Yeah.
And as you get to be 50, the average age is 78 in this country. And so that means I could only have, if I was average, 28 years left.
But we're above average.
I know. But,
But
statistically
still,
speaking,
that's
that's scary
yeah.
because that's why I'm doing the 50 I've never done. Enjoying the little things, the quiet mornings, the coffee, my sparkle cup that my boyfriend says, "Why do you take that everywhere you go?"
Well,
It makes me happy.
yeah,
So I'm just working on things that are little things that make me happy, not the big things anymore. And that, of who I've become. And it's been a hard journey. Like, and I just shut down a business that I had for many years and it feels good. And I'm not even sad about it.
I love that. I feel like we have both kind of learned that on the other side of the big things, if you don't have the little things, you don't have anything.
Yeah.
Like the big things are great, but if you're not doing the little things along the way,
Yeah.
you once that goal is hit, there's another goal. Like what do you have?
So what is the glow up?
So I feel like the glow up is like the outer stuff. It's how we start to look better. Our skin, I think we both look better at almost 40 and almost 50 than we did at almost 30 and almost
Yeah.
40. We have grown up, physically taking better care of yourself internally, mentally, and physically. Um, what your style looks like. I think as you get older, you really refine into a style
Hmm.
and feel comfortable and confident in that. Your money habits. Uh, sometimes you have to say no to the TJ Maxx run so you can put money
No, no,
into your retirement.
we still want to go to TJ
But
Maxx.
we are going to teach the girls how to do
Yes.
girl math
Yes.
and not have a budget, but like
Yeah.
also not a strict budget.
Yeah. We
But
we aren't budget
still,
girls. We
we're
aren't
not budget
we're not
girls,
budget
but
girls.
we're
No.
trying to we wanna still, we like nice things and we wanna retire having nice
Yes.
things, and we want to retire.
Correct.
So, we're gonna figure that out. We will teach you girls what we're doing. But, I think the glow up is more of the outer stuff, like, just how you feel. So not necessarily just outer, but, like, inner, how you feel, how
Yeah.
you talk to people, um, letting go of the past. I think
Yeah.
that's a big one. But what about the grow up? What do you think
Well
that
well, the
is?
grow up, like I said, I'm gonna be 50 this year, and I just said, like, I've changed from 40 to 50. You don't realize when you're younger that you do change every year, and if you're not changing, that's probably not good because you need to be
Yep.
evolving with your mind, how you
Mhm.
work, how you treat people, how everything. You should be just growing up. We're constantly growing up.
Yeah.
I feel
Every
like
day you're a day
I
older than
feel
your
like
goal.
I'm yelling at my mom all the time, telling her, "You need a job."
True.
And
I've been in Vegas for
yeah,
2 days, and
yeah,
that's true.
yeah. But, it's just we're constant I think you're just constantly evolving, and
Mhm.
I think that's the name of our podcast is because we are changing.
Yeah.
Well, I hope I'm a different person than I am a year from now, that I've learned new things, that I'm doing different things, and I know I will be because I have goals. Um, but yeah, I think that's, taking accountability for your mistakes and just not repeating them. I
Yeah.
think that's
Well, and
that's the
learning from
glow up
other
and the grow up.
people's mistakes
Yeah,
too. Like, and I think that's part of why we're doing this is like learn from us.
yeah.
Learn from the mistakes that we made so they have a reason because we've made some bad mistakes.
We have. I've made many bad mistakes, and I think I'm pretty smart, but I still feel like I could have done better in that
Yeah.
situation, and I learned.
Well, and that's why both things are important, glow up and grow up,
Yep,
and they're both messy.
yep,
I don't think you can get through life and properly glow up or grow up without getting messy.
yep.
I think there's messy involved in all of it.
What's one lesson you've learned through your growth journey that
I think
30 to 40? Because what you were at 30. I
is
think I've known
not
you now almost 10 years.
yeah,
Yeah, and you were a wild, crazy Jersey girl,
I was wild,
and
crazy Jersey
yeah,
girl. I mean, I moved my whole life.
yeah,
I picked up by myself and moved halfway across the country alone. Um, I think what I have learned is that I wanting to be alone and being independent and being a boss babe and all of that was a defense mechanism for me. It
mm,
wasn't what I actually truly internally desired, but it was what God put in my life. And so I accepted that and went with it full force. But then it became my identity and it became something, a mask that I put on to not feel like I was failing. I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to get married. I wanted to fall in love and have a partner, but I wouldn't allow myself to say that because that wasn't what happening for me. So I didn't want I was a boss babe and I was strong and fun and traveling and doing all of this stuff because I wasn't getting what I truly desired, and I wasn't even allowing myself to know that I truly desired that. Kind of just, you know, to put on a mask.
Yeah.
So I think that that's what I have learned most is that it's okay to want something different than what your current reality looks like. You're not a failure if you don't have that yet, but also it's okay to want love. It's okay to not be super hyper independent. It's okay to not have it all together. It's okay to rely on somebody else. It's okay to love somebody. It's okay to let somebody love you. So that's been a big difference from my 30s to 40s. What about
Yeah.
you?
Oh man, 40 to 50. I think, you know, I mean, just wow. That's a hard one, but I think my biggest growth was what's this all for? What's
Yeah.
this all for? And I think it's the relationships that you have in your life are the most important. Who you show up for, who shows up for you. I think from 40 to
Mm.
50, I told one of my friends, she's turning 40 this year too. I said, the friends you have right now in your 40s, you may not have many of them when you hit 50, and you may not want any of them. And I think we do have an episode that's going to be on losing friends along the way.
Yep.
I'm not friends with my childhood best friend anymore
Mhm.
because growth. And
Mhm.
it just happens. Unfortunately, it's sad, but as you get older,
It's hard.
your values, core values come to light, good or bad, and some of those values don't carry over with friendships. So you have to choose your friendships wisely. We have limited
Mhm.
time. We work a lot, we do things, and you get to choose who you want to be with. And who you do surround yourself does matter.
Yeah.
So I choose positive people, people that don't really aren't into partying. I don't want that in my life anymore. That was a different phase of my life. I want people that are into health and positive core values, and I want that around me.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll talk about I was married to an alcoholic.
Mhm.
That's a
Yeah.
whole nother see, I
Uh-huh.
can't really talk about it
Yeah. Yep.
because that's hard.
Yeah. Oh, we will definitely get into that, because that's something that you really
Yeah, that
you
that
that
was
helped
hard.
as hard as it was, it also helped you be who you are now. And so
But
I think that eventually that will
I
be a
cried
whole
twice and I don't cry. But I think, we should talk about the people behind an alcoholic
Oh, yeah.
addiction because there's there's help for them, but it's there no one talks about it.
Right. Right. I think that deserves a whole episode
Oh,
just
yeah.
because that's a
Yeah,
big
I'll
topic.
just bring a box of Kleenex for that. Because even though I've healed, and I have, because 'cause I've done a lot of work for that, it wasn't me, obviously with the addiction, but it's so hard.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I didn't know you at that point in your life, but
Yeah.
very shortly after, and to say that, I mean, it still affects you
Oh,
all
yeah.
these years later, and I've watched how it affected your son
Yep.
and how you have had to fill the role of mom and dad, and you have had to be strong, not just for yourself, but for him.
Yeah.
Um,
The thing is there's so many women that
mhm,
are doing it right now,
a
and,
ton.
maybe that are living with someone right now, and they're so, like, lonely, and they don't know what to do, and they're like, "How am I gonna pay the bills?" And I got these kids. I
Mhm,
think about it because I was there, and it's like you have to be love your son or your daughter more than you love yourself at
yeah,
that point to do something. And I think the biggest thing we can share with people on this podcast is the courage and that you in yourself have the power to change
mhm,
your life circumstances
right,
with decisions, and you have to make swift decisions, you have to make the right decisions, and you make the best decision at the time. It's not always the right one,
right.
but it's the best decision at the time. But that is a whole subject that will reach so many people.
Yeah, and I hope that people realize as they're watching and listening, we're never going to tell you who to be or what you should want or what you
Yeah.
should dream. And we're behind, if you want it, we're behind it for you. Like, if that's what you want for your life, we will support you 100%. But we want you to know that you have to go out and chase it. You can change your circumstances.
Yep.
You can do the things, but also still be a good mom and still be a wife and still be a great daughter and have your mom living with you and you can still be that soft girl,
Yeah.
but get the things that you want. Because I mean, I feel like when I was in my 20s, I thought I had to choose. I either
Yeah.
had to be a boss babe and go all for it or get married and have kids, but like I didn't know I could do both and be the soft, fun, lipstick dress wearing girl and still chase my dreams.
And I believe society has told us that you gotta be a boss babe, and I think also men have kinda let women do it, and,
Mhm.
it's there's gotta be a balance. Women
Yeah.
still need to be feminine and women and, you know, be desired and you can still bring home your money. I totally believe women should make their own money.
Yeah.
My mom taught me never to be controlled by a man, and that will never happen, but sometimes I took it to the extreme and just like you said as well. So I think
Mhm.
we have to, as women, figure out how can we still be a woman?
Right, and
And
where do we
and
fit in that
yeah,
paradigm? Like, if you're not here and you're not here,
yeah,
you can be in any of the shades in the middle,
yeah,
you know? And so I think that that is really what we've been figuring out in our last 10, 15, 20 years of life is, like, where we fit in that
yeah,
paradigm. But I think that people sometimes think that glow ups are just glamorous,
yeah.
and, I mean, I'm sorry that you cried because 'cause you're not a crier. I
I am not
think
a
I
crier.
have only seen it, but that's what nobody sees is, like, how many
Yeah.
times as women are we in I keep saying the Target parking lot, but, like, in a parking lot crying or in a
Oh,
dressing
yeah,
room
I've done it.
crying
Yeah,
or in the shower crying.
yeah.
When I first got married, there was a time that I said to my husband, "I gotta run to Walmart, I'll be back." And he was like, "Oh, do you wanna bring one of the kids with you?" And I was like, "No." Because I just needed to drive and cry. And I didn't know why I needed to cry, but I just needed to cry because I was overwhelmed and overstimulated. And I went from being single to having kids and a husband and all of these things. And I just needed to cry.
Yeah,
And I think that as women, we think we have to cry alone.
yeah,
And you apologized for crying on this. It's fine. We should be allowed to get teary-eyed and cry when our emotions come out. We're women. That's a blessing that we have these beautiful emotions. Um, so I hope that this kind of shows people that there is crying behind the scenes. There's so
yeah,
many things that we've done that flopped, that
yeah,
everything you try is not gonna be great.
yeah,
Like, to be honest, this is our first podcast. We
yeah.
don't even know if this is gonna go anywhere,
We don't.
but
They're gonna be
hopefully
like,
it
"Dang,
does.
Stacey's a crybaby." That's what they're gonna say.
But, we wanna take you into what we learn in therapy. Stacy's really big into Reiki. We wanna
Yeah,
take you what that is. Take you inside of my prayer closet. Like, I pray about everything.
yep,
I'm very big into my faith. So, we wanna take you on this journey with us and allow you the space to be open and do the work yourself
yeah,
too.
I think we provide therapy to each other, and I think
That is true.
if you have a friend that does that for you, that you can call and there'll be no judgment. Because 'cause I've called you many a times,
Mhm.
and, just no judgment, just
Right.
advice, sometimes not even advice, just listening to what is going on and,
Yep.
you've had some crazy stuff go on with your life. It's like,
Mhm.
"What the heck is going on?" But,
Right.
if you have that person, in your life that you can do, that's a gift. That's a gift to
Absolutely.
have a friend like that. And, you know
Well, and a friend too that I think we are great at with each other, that we trust enough that we can just say, like, "You're wrong on that."
yeah,
Like, "I don't think that you're right with that," or like, "I know that you want that, but that's not the best for you. Like, you
yeah,
don't deserve that." And I think that we have created a friendship and a relationship that we can do that with each other. And
yeah,
I'm always thankful when you're like, I hear you, but like also, no, I don't think you need to do that."
yeah,
And that keeps me grounded. And sometimes I still do it.
yeah, you're gonna do what you're gonna
Right,
do.
and you always back me up. You're like, if you make the decision I told you not to make, I'm still gonna back you up,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna listen to you cry when it doesn't work, but you probably shouldn't have done it,
Yeah.
and I think that that is a beautiful friendship when you trust people enough to say like, probably not a great idea."
So you brought up Reiki, and I do go to Reiki, and I believe in the energy and clearing your energy, and the one thing that Reiki has taught me as growth is the power to say no. I
Mhm.
would never say no to
We
anything.
have a whole episode coming up on boundaries.
Yes, I would never say no. I would always just say, "No, I'm gonna do it. I set a goal. It's on my vision board. I
Mhm.
need to finish this."
Right, I want it.
Yeah, I want it, and, that's ego. I've learned
Mhm.
that's ego talking, and, yeah, I just, learning to say no is not a bad thing.
Right.
I have always attributed no as you're not achieving,
Mhm.
and I've learned that no is good sometimes, and
Yeah.
achieving is not always good. And when you achieve something and then it's a whole mess afterwards,
Mhm.
which I have done that, has taught me that, no, maybe we should pause and not do that. And so that's a huge growth for me was the power of no.
I love that. Um So I think just for our ladies listening, if they're in the middle of becoming someone new, if it feels slow, awkward, invisible, like how many times have we felt invisible in life?
Yeah.
Like we just want you to know that you're doing better than you think you are. Honestly,
Yeah.
you are showing up, you're doing it, and you're not invisible. We're here with you. We're starting a Facebook group called The Lounge.
Yeah.
So we are putting all of y'all together. We're all doing this together. You're in the grow up, and that's okay. And we're talking about that and the glow up because you can't really glow up until you grow up.
Correct. Yeah. So we're excited. We're going to do season 1. Will be how many episodes?
10 episodes, Tuesday mornings, they'll come out.
Tuesday mornings. Okay.
And we'll be over on the Facebook group chatting about them and all of that. We
Yeah.
want to hear from you guys. We want this to be a community. We want to be active. We're going through it with you. We're going to be honest and raw.
Yeah. We're both on social media a lot. So social media will be big. We'll have this posted, and then there'll be, questions coming in. We'll, we're just kind of doing this,
Yeah.
and we're just going to kind of take
And it might, again, it's going to glow up and grow up as we go.
Yeah. We maybe say that, well, that didn't work. But, we think we have different perspectives of life, different phases of life that we can add value to people and our stories. And we also want to teach. So we want to teach things we know. And I think that's it. I mean, this is the
Yeah.
end of our episode 1. I cried twice, so I'm going to vow not to cry on the next episode.
And we'd love to hear from you. So make sure you join our Facebook page. Reach out to us if you think that this is going to be something great for you. We want to interact. And our first season is called Becoming Her. So we're going to be talking about just how did we become here, and how can you become her too? Whoever her looks like for you. And we're just excited. We'll be back next Tuesday, same time, same realness.
Yeah.
Because,
but hopefully no tears.
yeah. And
I don't think the next topic has tears. For me to
no,
cry.
well, the next topic is we are talking about feeling totally disconnected from who you are. Like that moment where you start to change, where you feel like, who am I becoming? I don't necessarily recognize myself, but I also have a goal for where I'm going, but I don't know how to do it all.
Yeah, there's possible tears for that one.
Yeah. I mean, there
I don't know what we're going to get into. So.
Well, it's been super fun hanging out with you guys. And Stacey, I love you.
I love you too.
All right. Well, we'll catch you next week.